So here I am. I'm about 16 years of age, and I basically had a newspaper written. And when the school bell would ring, I'd rush out of school, rush home, pick up my newspapers, and run a 2-mile route so I could get home for 4:30 to watch Gilligan's Island.
This episode of Rethink Fit and Grow Podcast has been sponsored by INFOFIT, www.infofit.ca.
The fitness world is changing. Fitness celebrities, expert trainers, bodybuilders, and athletes are learning how to redefine fit. On the Rethink Fit and Grow podcast, you're going to hear real-life stories from the heart, tales of transformation, and learn how you can be part of this worldwide movement. And now, it's time to Rethink Fit and Grow with your host, Della.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Rethink Fit and Grow Podcast. I have two incredible people on the podcast for you. But before we get started, I want to introduce to you the guest of honor, André Potvin from INFOFIT. André Noël Potvin is an internationally accredited author, fitness educator, and medical exercise specialist with 37 years of leadership and clinical experience. André holds a Master of Science degree in cardiac rehabilitation from the University of British Columbia, where he served for 4 years on the teaching faculty of the School of Human Kinetics. He is also president of INFOFIT Educators School for fitness professionals and is frequently invited to lecture at international public and professional conferences. Founded in 1989, INFOFIT crested the standard for educating fitness professionals across Western Canada. 27 years later, INFOFIT is still the largest and most established fitness education facility in Western Canada. For more information, please visit www.infofit.ca. Today, I have the pleasure of interviewing with André Potvin, the founder of INFOFIT, and his partner in crime, his beautiful wife, Della Vorshuk. Hey, you guys, welcome on the show.
Hi.
Hi.
We're very excited to be here talking with you, Della.
I'm so happy that you guys made the time to be on here. As I was reading this bio, André, how did it make you feel?
Oh, I felt fantastic. I feel accomplished and fulfilled professionally.
Do you ever say to yourself, oh my God, I did all of this?
Every once in a while, it catches me by surprise, yes.
I think it's awesome. And, a lot of times we underestimate what we've done, but you have done so much. Oh my gosh. And I can't wait to get into the bottom of this. A little investigation work here. So I want to hear from Della a little bit. Say hello to Della and welcome you on the podcast today. It took some forceful conversation to get you to agree to be on here. Why?
Oh my goodness, I'm more of a behind the scene kind of girl. So I work from behind. Andre's the star of the show. I'm the roadie.
It's so wonderful that you're the cheerleader, but I got an impression from the both of you that the two of you together are what makes this work so well. And, without you behind the scene and doing everything you do to manage this amazing company, maybe things would not be here today. What do you think, André?
Absolutely. One of the funny things that Della mentions every once in a while is the reason she likes to be in the back is because she says she's part of the witness protection program and can't be identified on camera ever. But in 2009, Della was running the corporate world of what is it? service and industry.
Yeah, well, yeah, food and beverage.
Food and beverage, that's it. And she was making the millions of dollars for these big stadiums, etc. And in my mind, before that, years before, I said, I've got to get her to work for me. And so I worked and worked hard to be able to afford her. And then when she came on, we just catapulted into a whole other dimension of success based on just bringing in her skill set and her vision of where she wanted to see the company go. So, yeah.
I think we each bring a different skill set, and I think that's the part that makes it work. My skill set is completely different than what Andre's skill set is, and together it blends very well. So I pretty much stay out of his arena, and he stays out of mine.
My arena is the intellectual property. So I basically hire the trainers, I hire my instructors, I train them, then I evaluate them, I set the curriculum up, and then I incorporate the curriculum into the school, revise it as I go, and then put workshops together and lectures and webinars.
You know, there's a lot of power in working with your spouse. And so my hat's off to you, because it's not an easy thing to work together and still be able to smile at one another. And so you're doing something right. But that's for another talk. André, let's go back to where you got started. And how did you get into this field?
Okay, well, first, there's two stories. How did I get into fitness? And then how did I get into the field? The first one I call my Gilligan's Island story. But so basically, here I am. I'm about 16 years of age. And I basically had a newspaper route. And when the school bell would ring, I'd rush out of school, rush home, pick up my newspapers, and run a 2-mile route so I could get home for 4:30 to watch Gilligan's Island. Now, what I didn't realize was I was getting really good cardio training at that time, but I also wanted to get big and strong. So what I started to do was I started to do push-ups and sit-ups during the commercials while watching Gilligan's Island. And I started to notice a difference. I started to notice a change. So then my brother bought some dumbbells. And so what I started to do was do arm curls during Gilligan's Island, while I was actually watching the show, because it took my mind off of how boring lifting weights was at that time. About a year or so later, my older brother, rented out a garage, and he bought a whole bunch of weight sets. And then I started to train in there. It took me 2 years of training on my own before I felt confident enough to step into a gym. And then after that, I fell in love with it. Now, how I got involved in the fitness industry was I was doing a master's degree at McGill University in Montreal, and I wasn't happy with the program. I had already done 1 year, and I decided I wanted to go check out this fitness industry that I'd heard about. Now, this is in 1984. Right? So the fitness industry was really just yellow pages. And back then it was a book. You actually opened the book, right? Remember that? And I would look for the biggest ads in the fitness section. And I figured I'll go and interview with them first because I think they have enough money to pay me, right? So I went to the first gym, and the owner says, "Oh, wow, impressive resume, really good. Can you also teach fitness classes?" And I went, "Oh, no, but I can do this, this, and this." He says, "I need an instructor that can also teach group fitness." And I went, "Oh, okay." So then I went to the next gym, and same thing. "Oh, what a great resume," the manager said. "Can you teach group fitness?" And I just said, "Oh, yeah, no problem." He says, "Good, you start Monday."
So what were you going to teach?
Exactly. So I hooked up with an instructor and got her lesson plan of how she does her class, got her music. She let me use it. And then I just started Monday morning. And so I worked hard all weekend creating this class. And it was the Wild West back then, right? In order to be an instructor in the fitness industry, which really motivated me to go to the next level in my education, was in the fitness industry, this is how you got a job. You had to look good. You had to be a member of the gym for at least a year working hard, and then the manager gave you the job, right? So that's basically the credentials that we needed to get a job in the fitness industry. Back then, there were no personal trainers, but there were on-floor service instructors who basically were responsible for keeping the gym running and introducing people to the equipment in an orientation session.
Yes.
So that's how I got started.
Wow. The world has changed since then. I mean, we don't look at fitness the same way anymore, do we, today? How has this view changed for you? How did it change, actually?
Well, in the 1980s, organizations like the American Council on Exercise, BCRPA, which is here in British Columbia, Canada, and the American College of Sports Medicine, National Strength and Conditioning Association, all at the same time started to put together their own idea of what an instructor should look like, group fitness as well as personal training. So they set up the criteria, and then they made books out of it, and then they started selling the books to get the caliber of instructor education quality up to a much higher standard. And then as they started to pursue their mission statement, they started to develop these really motivating high-end individuals who wanted to maximize their education and pass on this information and their creativity into the industry. And so that's where we started to get Step Reebok. That's where we started to get stability balls, which we borrowed from the physios who were using it for decades prior to us. And we just started to create. And it's with these great creative minds that we were able to now come to these boot classes, these CrossFits, these P45s, and just a variety of ways of training. Okay, so let's go to Della. I know back then you had not joined INFOFIT yet, right? At that point, I mean, INFOFIT was founded in 1989. What was your mindset on fitness back then?
Oh my goodness. Fitness was not a big part of my life. I started going to the gym because one of my best friends, she would go to the gym. So actually, oddly enough, the gym that we went to was right behind where I used to live. And that's how I met André. He was the aerobics instructor at that gym. Her and I would go to this noon aerobics class. And we had so much fun in the class. It was like, I wasn't doing a lot of weight training then. We liked to dance. So we just went to these dancey little classes. But back then, André was the innovator. So his fitness classes were not the step dancing classes. They ended up being like boot camps. So it was like there were weights, there were steps that we would have to do, lots of things. So that's how I got into it. That's how I got into fitness, and at the same time meeting André.
Oh my goodness. So then you're an instructor at this gym, and you started innovating your own classes, bringing in other tools and features to your so-called aerobic class. Then what?
All right. So at that time I was teaching, and one woman who kept attending my class also ran a certification company for group fitness instructors and weight room instructors. And she really liked the way I taught my classes. So she approached me and found out my education, and then she offered me a job. And so I taught there for 4 years. That was, I wrote a manual for her.
Before computers, it was all paper and pen. It was all over our house watching it being done. It was crazy. It was insane.
It took me a year to write the book, right? And that book's still being used today as part of the introduction to fitness education, fitness knowledge.
Wow. There's something to be said about this. When you write a manual 30 years ago, and it's still being used, that's really powerful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
André's quite brilliant.
Have you ever seen there's little books, they're about 6-7 inches tall and about 4 inches wide. They're called the Great Stretch Tubing Handbooks, the Great Dumbbell Handbook, and you get them out of equipment stores.
Yes.
They're very colorful, etc. So I basically wrote those books.
Oh,
yeah. They're all over the world in several different languages.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's wonderful. So good to know. What started as just little bits of push-ups and sit-ups and curls in front of Gilligan Island. Look at where it ended up. This is amazing. This is really cool. Okay, well, we're actually going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. This episode of Rethink Fit and Grow podcast is brought to you by INFOFIT. www.infofit.ca.
Do you have a passion for fitness? Have you considered becoming an elite personal trainer? Then visit INFOFIT's College for Fitness Professionals and learn how to do what you love, make good money doing it, and be of service to your community. We have helped thousands of students get healthy, get fit, and get certified, and we know we can help you. You can study part-time, full-time, in class, or online. If you are looking for a personally rewarding fitness career, check us out at infofit.ca. That's infofit.ca and start your career today.
And we're back with André Noël Potvin and Della Vorshuk with INFOFIT. So welcome back. Let's get into how you started INFOFIT.
Good question. So after working 4 years for this other woman, we basically parted ways, and then I just started writing my own certification workbooks that would get you provincially recognized as a personal trainer, weight room instructor, or a group fitness instructor.
Why did you feel the need to do this?
Oh, because remember I told you earlier how the caliber of instructor was nothing more than you look good and you worked out in the gym, right?
Yes.
So when I came in with half a master's degree, and already I'd been working out working out for quite a long time. So I understood the science behind exercise, whereas these instructors, they didn't understand the science. And so what I created a mission statement that basically says I wanted to enhance the quality of leadership in the fitness industry by providing these individuals with the proper knowledge, guidance, support, resources, skills, and training so they could aspire to their fitness career goal. And so that's been my anchor for all of these years now with training. And everything I do, everything I create, everything we create is based on that mission statement.
So if you could say it in a few words, what do you need? What are some key elements that you need to be of that caliber of being able to train people or be an instructor? What are some of those characteristics?
Well, one of the first questions we ask any individual who is calling our school, inquiring about the certifications, is we ask them, do you have a passion for fitness?
What does that mean?
Yeah, passion for fitness basically means you can't think of any other job that would make you as happy as working out and then telling other people how to work out.
Yeah, that is part of your life.
Yes.
And you want to make it part of your life. You eat, sleep, and breathe fitness. And you have to have that passion in order to have a career that is long lasting. Without that passion, if we have students that come in and they think they're just going to get a job like working at a fast food restaurant. And no, the training is a lot longer than that. It's a lot more in depth. The science is much more in depth, right? And so a lot of light bulbs go off in these students' minds when they realize, oh my God, they're training me for a full-time career in the industry, not just a part-time job. And and so some students, they start off, they realize it's not for them. Most students, we ignite their passion that was already within them.
Yeah.
So do you want to add anything to that, Della?
Yeah, it's all I see is when students come in, even people that they think they have a passion, as soon as they start class and start getting into it and seeing what it is, they not only know how to take care of their own body, they also know how to give it to other people. So it's really awesome to see the change in them after they've started in class for me.
Well, I got to tell you, I've belonged to a few gyms and I've attended a few classes over time, and you can always tell the instructors that have the passion from the ones that don't, and they just have a job to do.
Right. And the other component that I found that successful instructors have is they want to be of service. They want to help their community. They want to help people get healthy and fit. They want them to help people see the value of a healthy lifestyle. And the ones who have a job don't necessarily have that service-minded way of being. These individuals tend to be more self-absorbed and what can I get out of it, basically.
Yes.
We've had students too that they don't necessarily have the passion. They know that it's in there somewhere, so they've come in. They don't have a healthy lifestyle, so they want to get a healthy lifestyle. They come in and they take the class, and then they've totally changed how they eat, how they work out, how they literally are, and they've changed it for such a different and better way. We've had a lot of success in doing that.
And so we've had obese students come in, and then within the year they're competing in their first, fitness physique competition. Right. So
it totally changed their life.
Total transformation.
And then they go on and pass that word on to other clients. So then they start specializing in quite possibly like clients that were obese or are trying to lose weight, and then they specialize in that and help them through their life.
And we have a long list of very successful graduates who have run their own business now. They're influencers on social media, and it just is a great feeling to know that Della and I were part of that ignition.
Yeah, changing lives.
Of course, yes, you're changing lives. And you know what? I feel like you're not just changing the lives of the people you are training, your students, but the ripple effect, right? I always talk about the ripple effect because, there's no way that you can put a number to the to the masses of people that you have impacted by creating these programs. I think everyone who's being touched by these are affected. What is it you're passionate about? What are some of the passion projects that you are involved in?
Passion projects, dog rescue is very near and dear to me. It's everything from helping dogs, even like on the downtown east side of Vancouver. We volunteer for a group and we feed the dogs on the downtown east side, which is, a neighborhood that is kind of riddled with addiction. So the people, they all have pets, but they don't have the wherewithal, whatever, to make sure that they feed the animals. So we deliver food down to them. I work a lot with other dog rescues and we rehome dogs. So yeah, dogs are very, very important to me.
You love dogs.
I love dogs. We have couple of rescues.
I was gonna say, how many dogs do you have?
2, but they come to work with us every day. So they both sleep under my desk. And one of the other girls in the office, we rescued her dog, and her dog comes to work as well.
What's
the staples in our office?
Oh man, I tell you, it's such a pleasure to be able to take your pet to work with you.
Totally.
What a blessing.
It's great for students' pre-exam jitters.
Yeah, so nice.
Yeah.
What's the best part of what you do, Della?
The best part of what I do, my goodness, it's like I enjoy going to work every single day. I'm happy to come to work. I'm happy to put in the day, happy to help people, happy to talk to the students, happy to work with our staff, happy to work in an environment that is a healthy and supportive environment. So, yeah. So every day is a great day.
We're traveling quite a bit. When I first met Della, we traveled through Hawaii, we traveled through Australia, New Zealand, and we entered the fitness industry everywhere we went. So I could learn everything about the fitness industry around the world. And as we did that, we got really clear as to what kind of services we wanted to offer. And I lost the question. What was the question?
You're so wise, right? When it comes to running your business, like with especially with your spouse, the way you bring it to the table and ask everyone's opinion. Was this something that was always in you, or did you learn this through time?
Learned it mostly through time.
Yeah. And I took a lot of courses as well, like different management courses, and
Carnegie.
Yeah, I took a lot of Dale Carnegie courses as well. Yeah, and those were really good. A lot of everything from leadership for managers to how to work with people. A lot was experience. It's like learning on the job too, right?
Right. And in the fitness industry, I just basically took a lot of it and studied a lot of everything from management to leadership to exercise science. And I just was hungry for more and more information. And that with my creativity, our creativity, we were able to build a really fun school.
Yeah.
We're called.
And we've taken a lot of management courses together as well. So we'll go off for like a week and do a lot of management courses and different things.
When we were traveling, we wanted to learn how to work well together. And so we did a lot of self-introspection work, taking these courses that taught us a lot about ourselves. We learned a lot about ourselves as individuals, what was important to us, what visions we had, and then how we could work together as a couple, and then eventually how we could work together as a business couple.
That's so important, right? It's so important. Wow. So who would come to you? Who would come to INFOFIT?
Like our ideal students?
Yes.
We have 3 divisions. The first division is certifying the individuals in their respective group fitness instructor, personal trainer, advanced instructor. Then the second division is once they're certified, we offer continuing education credits, workshops, courses, certifications that are specializations for the personal trainer or group fitness instructor to take them to the next level, to teach them to become masters in their trade. And then finally, we offer personal training services as well to the general public.
Oh, nice.
Our teachers are not just teachers. Our teachers actually practice the craft. So that's why we offer personal training services. So the teachers, they teach and they do personal training for the general public.
You're obviously constantly growing yourselves. And so if someone is listening to this podcast and they're not sure, is this for me? Is this not for me? Do I want to do this? Do I not want to do this? What is your suggestion?
Okay, so what I've suggested to individuals who are thinking about a career in fitness is I basically give them the 3-month rule. And I say, what you need to do is just educate yourself on the advantages and disadvantages of your options, then choose one of them. And then you'll know within 3 months whether or not that's right for you, or you need to modify it, or you need to change it altogether. But at least you're in action. And you move so much faster when you get into action. Just take an educated guess based on your research, and then get into action. Make a choice, make a decision, and start going. You'll know pretty soon afterwards whether or not it's right for you. But if you don't, if you hum and haw and think about it and don't, you eventually lose a year, 2 years of waffling all over the place and you're not being very happy.
And worst case scenario, if you don't make a career out of it, you certainly learned enough about your body and how to take care of your body and train your body. So it's never a waste of time at all.
That's so true. Do you have a company motto?
Go. Like the mission statement?
No, we've done the mission statement.
Company motto, well, fun.
Yeah.
If they're fun.
Live, laugh, and love.
Yeah, totally.
Live, laugh, and love.
Yeah. Enjoy it all.
I think I have that somewhere here hanging.
Andre's got it tattooed on his arm.
Live, laugh, and love. Truly.
That's how we all are here. Our entire staff is all part of that.
Wow. How do you choose your staff?
Most of them are former students.
Yeah, I have a philosophy, and that is first, hire within. And so basically, if you become a student of INFOFIT, you become very passionate about fitness and you fall in love with INFOFIT. So then when we put it out to our alumni, the graduates, or the students who are coming close to graduating, that we're putting out a job opportunity, we put them out to them first, and then we interview those who have the passion, love INFOFIT already, as opposed to going externally, and these individuals don't know the heart and passion of INFOFIT. and truly understand the mission statement. So everybody here at INFOFIT was usually a student before becoming an instructor.
And everybody's long-term staff as well.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah. Several of them have been here longer than I have. So Kathy started well before me.
2005. We've even had instructors leave to go pursue other life events and whatnot, or visions, and they come back to want to work with INFOFIT again, right? Because they have such a good time.
What is an average program length?
3 months. 3 months is generally it. We do, so course is 3 months, whether you do it part-time or full-time. So full-time is 3 months, do it coming to school every day. And then we have part-time courses, which work out to 6 weekends. And then you're doing your homework on the days where you're not in class. So about 3 months is about the key.
And then we also have online courses.
Yeah.
So people can attend courses without stepping foot in
That's right. There's lots of videos of lectures, and so all of our videos have lectures in them, visuals, and videos of exercises and teaching instruction. So you get a real good feel of what it is to be a fitness instructor and personal trainer.
Yeah, we have students all over the world, so we have people all over, and they're doing the online program.
Yeah, we teach in China. So we have courses in China for ACE certification and through INFOFIT. And
so we just translated our material into Mandarin or simplified Chinese.
We've lectured it all over the world, Saudi Arabia, Korea, just in many, many countries.
You are international.
Exactly.
I think it must feel so good to accomplish. This is a big deal.
It's nice to look back and go, it's like, yeah, we created this.
Yes.
This is what we did.
This is your legacy, you guys.
Yeah.
People can reach you how?
Via the website. So there's contact forms on the website, infofit.ca. Email us. We are happy to take any email, admin, like administration, admin@infofit.ca. If you're in Vancouver, pop by, visit us. We'd love to see you. We're in the corner of Broadway and Pine.
Take a tour of our school or college.
Yeah. Look at us on social media like Instagram. We've got lots of great audios, videos on Instagram, and you get a good feel of our staff because we're doing so little things on that. And of course, Facebook. And Twitter, it's like all the platforms. YouTube, we've got a huge YouTube channel with lots of educational material on there as well.
Okay, simple enough. Any last words, André?
One of the things I say to the students as they graduate is I say, okay, you've graduated. Now I want you to think about continuing your education as you go, and don't wait 2 years when you have to recertify and to start scrambling around to find continuing education credits to keep your certification. I say keep learning on and every day you can, and pass that information on to the people you love, you care about, and people you respect. All right, and what I want to add is to basically keep a beginner's mind. When you go out into the industry, understand that there's other great people out there who have strengths that are different than yours, and so to value those strengths. And not only keep a beginner's mind, but stay hungry for knowledge. Stay hungry for improving this world. We need you. Absolutely need you.
Thank you, guys. It was a pleasure to have you on the podcast today. Keep shining on this world because you're making this a better world, and you're touching so many lives. But what you do and your passion comes through. You're both amazing people. Wonderful to know you, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
This episode of Rethink Fit and Grow Podcast was brought to you by INFOFIT. www.infofit.ca